Orange alert. Orange alert. Why can I... Am I actually... Oh, I'm not in time. It sounds like something's going to happen again, doesn't it? That is it. That is it. Crikey. I ate my cake. I hit the biscuit. I drank half of my chamomile tea. Good evening. It's Sunday. I was a little bit low blood sugar. And that's probably why that jam was a little bit as it was. Good evening. I hope we're all doing well. It's Sunday. Hopefully we've had a good weekend. If we've been working, hope we've worked well. And I'm looking forward to a day off at some point in their life. In your life. Your life. My life. Jackson's life. Speaking of Jackson, here he comes again. Yeah, the great thing about having a camera over there means I can actually just, have foot cam on where my bare... Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Come on. And we can do this with the microphone, and we can have it in disc jockey mode. Hello, Jackson. I'm not going to worry about your bottom in my food, because I've eaten my food. Yes, Jackson, people have been waiting to see you, and I'm glad you waited until I'd continued or finished my little jam. Well done. Yeah, I got you some new dried food this week, and still not the sort of result they're looking for. It's like, no, I don't want this. Anyway, thank you very much for all of you joining in, chopping in. And there's a few things, I missed most of the chat because I'm now having the joy of having not just the table as my play space, having the some of my studio. Imagine having synthesizers not plugged in your studio. Imagine. Pretty much all of those. My only regret really was one. Well, it's a couple of regrets. Way there he goes. Pardon, matron.
Oh, I do feel queer.
I think I really wanted the fuse box. There was some moments where I thought, you know what, that depth of sound, that rawness would have just absolutely blown it into the stratosphere. Thanks, Dots. Yeah, it was an enjoyable jam. I'm glad many of you enjoyed it. Somebody said best jam yet. Who was that? Who's that said best jam yet? I did see that. Was it Kissing the Machine? Was it you that said best jam yet? Or was it... Oh, I don't know. Hey, Earthy Adopters. Let's just say who's in the chat. Anyway, so as you heard, KB5, the Wookie, Earthy Adopters, hello and welcome. Kissing the Machine, Cressy, Marky again, Grace, and Brooksy. Hello. Lamont, I can see no more. There's a fat cat in the way. I said the fat cat in the way. There's a fat cat in the way. There's a fat cat in the way. Move it. There's a fat cat. Come on. Seriously, dude. Hey, Rich, how you doing? I hope you appreciated the use of your delay there. I was absolutely loving it with... what was it? Platts was absolutely, brought to life. Hey, I Sing, how you doing? Hey, Crazy Rabbit. Hey, did I say the Wookie? I've seen the Wookie. Homegrown. Don't sit there. I don't know what it is about this moustache. It's more German than Italian, but, we're thinking that era of time, early 20th century. We can go with that. Have I said hello to everybody? Hey, Andy, how you doing? There you go. Steve Elbows, hello. Nick Destruct, Temperabotto. Maybe it was you that said the best jam. I don't know. One of you did. Hey, Biscuit, I've just eaten your biscuit. I've eaten a cookie. It was a wonderful cookie. It was a peanut butter cookie, which I made during half term because the kids can't take peanuts into school. So they enjoyed that too. And it was a bit of my nut-free, again, Dundee cake. I mean, they haven't eaten a slice of that, though. I'm just going to say it's all me, so I thought I could have put nuts in it. Hey, Marky, I think I've said hello to everybody. If I've not said hello to you, hello. If you're a lurking gherkin, hello. If you're watching this in the future, hello. If you're Jackson, hello. If you're Tom, where are you? Where is he? Where is he? Huh? He's been fighting. I kid you not. He's been limping with his up paw again. I thought, I fixed that just by a bit of massaging and just, Yes, Temperoboto it was. Thank you, Temperoboto. And somebody mentioned about the Future Sound of London. Yeah, big influence on me. Life forms especially. Yeah, that era, that 90s kind of lots of everything drenched. So acidy sounds drenched in reverb, played in a more ambient way than was popular at the time. I liked that sort of punk aesthetic. It's like, yeah, got a TB3. I think, no, not going to do a wiggly bass line. Going to do this with it instead, which was nice. Although they did do some wiggly bass lines, didn't they? Wiggly bass lines. That could be a little segment. This week's Wiggly Basement. Wiggly Basement? Wiggly Bassline. Shut up, Jervis. I've double bagged my chamomile. Somebody knows that as well. It's like, yeah, I need to calm down and I'm back to work tomorrow. I almost took tomorrow off as a day off, and I should have, because I didn't have enough time today to I wanted to rearrange the studio so that I can have, Rich asked earlier on, has the mini brute gone back? I hope you're not playing with the fake ivy, because you'll get fake poison ivy burns. Yeah. You can't really see him. I've got no camera for the cat. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that is a good... Sorry. Let's just focus in. It's a little soft focus, but that is a big old cat. Come on, Jackson. Look at that. That's his photo shoot, isn't it? Hi, I'm Jackson. I'm the Cat Monthly. You puff. Look at you. Yeah. Uh-oh, that's ruined it. Anyway, so I'm drinking chamomile. What are you guys drinking? How's your weekend been? So Steve is as our moderator tonight. If you have any questions, preface your question with 4 Qs. 4 Qs. 4 Qs. I won't do what you told me. I get tired of that. Anyway, the sideburns grow long, the moustache grows thick, and my hair grows longer. It's time for a haircut. So I hope you're all well. Just welcome. Welcome to Sunday night. And I needed an ambient jam. Is he out there? Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to have a look outside. No! You want to go out, do you? It's a... I think I put the camera in the wrong position because it just catches the when I have the door open for cat in and out. Gone now. Anyway, let's get back to the chat. I've lost the chat. You might have had us right. Okay, so we've got cranberry juice from Wagyu. We've got Appleton Estate from Steve, which was I used to like that. I do like a bit of that. Is that with ice? Is that with ice and a chunk of lime? Is that just on its own? Because you can do that too. Rooibos, okay. Philip Dillip, well done. My dad's also been drinking Rooibos as well. Although he bought himself some flavoured Rooibos, which was by mistake. And regretted it. Although I think if you we're getting into iced tea, quite a lot, because we want flavoured drinks, but I don't want to buy anything from the supermarket in a bottle because every single thing is just full of something that I don't want to drink. So we've been drinking a lot of iced tea, and I think a flavoured Rooibos, as long as it's a natural flavouring, brewed for a decent amount of time and then chilled, might be a nice summer drink. And there's something we can all try. Cressy, Sunset Trip had tech issues. Should we... Oh, you had to bring that up. Oh, I was... Right. I overdid it yesterday. I absolutely overdid it. And I was waiting for this box. They ordered like a fake paddy case to put the new switcher. And so anyone who's been watching my channel for any length of time will know that I've been talking about doing remote live streams. And actually, it's almost there's almost 3 things that I'm trying to do everything at once. And I'm very enthusiastic about doing everything all at once, but it's tiring. And and I broke myself yesterday. It took me so long to get everything ready, and then by the time I took it out, and the tide was coming in, and it's a very, very small bay, and the tide comes all the way to the stairs. So I was out beyond that, so I was already concerned that I might be trapped on this rock, and to make matters worse, I had not thought about. I thought about every other aspect of it. So my mobile phones were charged, the box was full. I'd got enough cables for everything. I'd brought all the power banks. Everything was rammed into bags, though, in a way that isn't to my usual standard. I would like to take time, have everything. Andy, shh. I'll get to that. I'm getting to it. So instead of the usual, like, here's the streaming box with all the cables inside it. Here's my power banks with their, associated cables. Here's the synthesizers I'm going to take. Hello, Tom. Here he comes. Hey, buddy. I've got something for you. I have. Fatty's already had some. Yeah. Should we create a little space? So Team Tom are not disappointed tonight. Oh, I've missed you. He has probably been fighting, but has not got wounded or injured. He's got like a claw mark under his armpit, which I cleaned yesterday, and hopefully be better. So there I am. Now, on top of this, I am also trying to encourage Robin, Molten Music, to do this motorcycle to super booth next year, and in my excitement to do that, I've started looking at motorcycle vlogging, because why wouldn't I? Because I'm obsessed with that kind of stuff, right? With how do you do it? Why? And again, it's problem solving. I'm a little bit obsessed with problem solving, and I do have a skill with problem solving. But when you're trying to problem solve the world all at once, it's too much, right? So there I was, the Roland independent of a computer switcher going through my iPad in a little box, one shoulder bag with cables and stuff in, rucksack with the rest. And of course, I can't go anywhere without a flask of coffee and a snack. I mean, there is a practical reason for the snack, as well as it being a sort of channel ident, part of the channel ident. It is a lot to do with being able to pull myself out of a hypo if I need to. So I'm rushing around. So I've got this. So it's all in the motorcycle. Now, before I put the last box in, I realised that I have to put my vlogging gear on, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to live stream a jam in a location. I'm going to film, separate to the live stream, the journey on a motorcycle to the location, right? So there's two things. Eventually, one will go live, then I'll pull that off the internet, and I'll take a snippet of that, and then I'll make a video with the footage. So I'm testing two things all at once. I said about doing everything at once. So I am now got my helmet on, got the GoPro at the front. I've had to fiddle with the GoPro facing me, and I'm like literally on the bike, and I'm riding, and I get there, and I've done that. I filmed, and as I'm riding, how am I gonna? I tried this the other day. Microphone. How do you get a microphone and a helmet to record anywhere? So there's a few things I've tried. So I basically went, well, I've got a Bluetooth headset. Let's just keep it simple and record that directly to my phone. So I don't even know what that sounds like. I've had no chance to look at the footage because I got there, unpacked everything. So I'm off the bike. Remember, it's leather and Kevlar trousers and big boots. Walk down to the seafront, and of course the tide's coming in. Set everything up. And the one thing I didn't really appreciate, and this beautiful orange sun. It was just like the one on the logo that Steve and I've been working on. Yes, beautifully orange. I thought, this is a good sign. And I get everything set up. It's like, right, okay. Oh, and I've just thrown in the CPM, because it's my current kind of favourite synth, really. I think. Let's not talk about the knob for a minute. Let's leave that till later. And then I thought, well, do you know what? I need something I can jam with without thinking. So I threw the circuit in, the circuit tracks. So I'm setting everything up. What's not working? My phone. So I'd never hotspotted it before. So I put the phone on, create a hotspot, got the phones, got the iPad, everything connecting to it. But what's not happening? Reception's not happening. And I've looked at the map today of where I was, and I look at where my phone provider supports and services, and that's the one place that is red, meaning unstable. So yes, Andy, I went out, Cressy, with full intention, excited, and it flattened me because it was just like, I actually did manage to move halfway down the beach. I then got a bit more signal. I didn't put any synths in this time. I was just testing the stream, and I managed to get live on the beach for, I think, 15 minutes. And I don't know if I cut the feed or not, because it's just me sat on the beach crying into my hands with the sound of the sea roaring. Beautiful. So I may try and make something with that. But, I just want to do it again. Maybe not there. I looked at other providers, and there are other providers that service that area. I think O2. I'm on a. I think mine's Vodafone. That uses the Vodafone network anyway. So that's pretty rubbish anyway. But for £7 a month. So I'm looking into that. I'm also going to look into home Wi-Fi. I've got my contract up with my provider, and I am going to get rid of them because they won't let me use my own gear. Anyway, so that was a very exciting Saturday, which made me sad at the end of it. I didn't get back till late, and it was just exhausting. But I learned a lot. I learned a lot. And today, which is perhaps why I'm a little bit late to this, I've been on, because the living room looks like someone's got a bag of cables and just thrown them everywhere. It's not quite that bad, but it was like, I can't start the week. Can't start the week with it like this, and I'll finish off whatever. It's pretty good now, but there's a few little things to tidy up before I go to bed, and to sort of calm myself after the excitement of streaming on a Sunday. There's some questions. So what have you got? Me, Steve. How's the Waldorf doing? It's in a situation where, because I had to go and get supplies to clean it, because I need shampoo to remove the Nextel coating, and I also needed really, really soft, gentle foam to help get that off without actually taking anything to. And then I needed to polish, so I had to go out and get the supplies. I just haven't had the time. I want to film it, obviously. I think it'll make a nice little short, I think, for YouTube. But so I wanted to do that. So that's currently circuit boards there. There it is. And you get an idea of it just by looking at that colour, that red. It just looks like a child's done it. I mean, we are talking a delicious vintage wavetable synthesizer for sure. But for goodness sake. Anyway. Who's telling? Oh, Kent Spong going to get a 2600 someday. The Antonius, yeah, Antonius. I'm really impressed with that, actually. It's all. I think it's supposed to be cloned to individual components. I'm not 100%. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's if you're going to get one that is made today and isn't a vintage, that's the one to get. Anyway, think of your use cases out of bounds for most mobile providers. Yeah, CAtCAM, I know that. I really do, because that's the point of it, isn't it? Is doing synthing in the wild. You know, synthing in the wild is synthing in the wild, and generally, I had a look at the map, and most of mid Wales, you know, there's just white, which is no service at all. I mean, my sister lives up this absolute amazing hill in the middle of nowhere, and only recently have they put a flipping mast up there, so she's now got signal. But she lived there for 2 years without the internet. It's like, you know, is it Green Bank, a place in America where they don't allow any mobile phones and stuff? I've just discovered about that place. I'm going to watch that full documentary. But yeah, so you know, it's something like that. Oh, hello. I'm not live. I'm not keeping up. Wagyu, did you put that in the dishwasher? I think it will kill it. What is that, Earthy Adopters? That's the front panel of a World of Microwave XT from 1996? 96? I don't know. Anyway, the original part style through hole clone. Yeah. That's nice, Doctor. Duck Manny. Right, it'll rub through to the metal. But like you say, it won't be able to rub the Nextel grot off without ruining the front panel graphics from what I've heard. Yeah, that's why I'm going gentle. Do not go gentle into that goodnight. No, do go gentle into that goodnight with some soft thingies. So put it... Keith in Watford. Don't put it in the dishwasher. You're putting it in the microwave. A microwave in the microwave. Brilliant. That's what we want, isn't it? Hey, look, we've got 10 minutes left from our hour. Well, you know. I don't know how Jackson would fare. I took him into the bathroom to clean his wound, and because that's where he gets washed. Oh my goodness, it was so sad. He was, Marky, cover your ears. He was like, "Oh no, not this place! Don't hurt me!" It's like, no, you can't be hurt. So putting him in a Jackson in a sidecar, James, is not really going to happen. Do you know what though? And I don't know how I feel about this. There are people with tiny dogs. And that's the part I don't know. I don't get, really. Get a cat. Cats are naturally that size. Dogs aren't. Dogs are wolves. Buy a wolf. German Shepherd. That would be my dog of choice, I think. You know, something that actually dog-like, you know. I could go as small as a spaniel because spaniels are cute and fun. And we did have one. And, you know, it kind of matches my personality at times. But, you know, yeah. They also... a baby carrier. Quatu. They do these top boxes as well with a little enclosure for the dog to stick their head out. And I actually think Jackson could do that. But dogs are more robust, without doubt, for transportation. I think most dogs I have ever known and have ever been in the family that I have been in. Well, that's... Oh, is the stream all right? Is the stream all right? Is it going? Yeah. Yeah, have all enjoyed the car. Whereas if you put a cat in the car, it literally freezes. And this is an enclosed space. So you take the enclosure away from the cat. The Wookiee, thank you. Yeah. Then what is... You're going to get a real scaredy cat. And I don't think I want to do that to Jackson, really. I mean, I don't know. He might like it. I just don't want to put him through that much stress. The dog from Riddick. Ooh. I haven't seen those films in a while, but I did enjoy them. I feel sorry for the dogs that ate bread to be pathetic, homegrown. I saw a ridiculously small dog today, dressed up in a body stocking, with its little hind legs goose stepping like some kind of brown shit. That's the world we live in. Fascist dogs. Fascist little dogs. I mean, you know, isn't it? Anyway, that's good. Oh, hey, talking about spaniels, there he is. There's Panda. If you can lick it over a fence, it's not a... If you can kick it over a fence, it's not... I'm not saying that. Yeah, I know. I did say spaniel, and I did think of you really hard. But yeah, that's it. So, Rosgray, I want a pet quokka. Quokka? What's a quokka? Yeah, I think Kent's dog is, Lily is adorable and a fully fledged member of the hound, the world of hound. I think anything smaller than a spaniel is not a hound. I might... some terriers. Some terriers, a border terrier. My mum had a border terrier, absolute characterful. But I don't know if it's... I don't think... I wouldn't have a dog that small. I wouldn't have a dog that small. Whoa! I've just been sent a picture of a quokka. That's like some sort of weird marsupial, isn't it? That's half panda, half... Not panda, I mean half... what's the word? Koala bear. Is it a koala? Is it a koala bear, a kangaroo? Is that what it is? They always smile. It looks frightening. I'm absolutely petrified. Quokkas are like hamsters with smiles built into their faces. I am scared. Koalas are not bears. No, but they're called koala bears. Go figure. Lily is possessed by Nordic Loki. Loki's a good god. A good god. Anyway, what do they know that we don't? I want a llama. Jeff Minter style. Oh, that is it. So, so I threw some things on the table for the jam. Hey, Inhibited. My Jack Russell is my muse. Yeah, okay. See, I had a Jack Russell as a kid. Unfortunately, he was a bit vicious. Unlike his owner, went around beating people, eating people, meeting people, eating and meeting. So I kind of got this set up a couple of jams ago. Did I actually use? Yeah, I did. Have I used it? I have no memory of using it, but I think I did. Because I threw that. There's a MIDI. Yeah, I did. I did Pro 3. Yeah, I did it, but I kind of didn't play it right. I just let it sit there doing its thing, rather than today. The problem I've got though, is it's lower than this, which means I think I have to raise everything up, isn't it? Bugger. That's not just this. I knew this was going to be a flipping mission. When I realised I had to move that thing here, I had to. There's a shelf above it which had just rubbish on it, and it was bowed because they're not very robust. I'm going to use that word again. Robust. I'm going to use that word again. Robust. But there we go. So Steve is helping us. I'm going to pin that. There you go. So today's information is about the koala, which is sometimes inaccurately called a koala bear. Is an aboriginal. I can't read it now. It's gone off. Anyway, there you go. So you can read about the koala, not bear, up there. Oh, I'm not gonna use the Tomcam, but he is being adorable, and he's actually. I don't know why he's started facing the camera. Let's just do it. Should we do it? What's gonna happen now is that the GoPro is gonna. Oh, that is adorable. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we're talking about you. How did he know? How did you know? Is it because I'm using that voice? Yeah. You're the adorable voice. Well, look at the camera then. People want to see you. Yeah. This one here. Yeah. Zoom in a little bit. Zoom in. Can you do that? Oh, that's zooming out. Uh-oh. Oh, damn you, camera. That's, I think, the best shot we've had of him. Oh, and then I was going to take it to you. No. No, here, for you. There we go. There's Tom with his little cat face and his little cat feet and his little cat mouth eating little cat treats. That's a cat. Cats should be that size. Although, you know, I mean, I wouldn't say no to, what's the giant cats? Oh, yeah, a lynx. A real lynx. I mean, that would be nuts. There is someone on the Insta that's got a lynx. Anyway, so we have done the hour. Kissing False Prophets. Cocaine Bear movie. Cocaine Koala film. Amazing. That's great, Roz. I look forward to that. So, Jackson. Oh, here he comes. He's here. Jackson's back in. Just for the final jam out. Yeah, I just wanted something to play other than, something with the keyboard, along with the modular. Seriously, dude, you are going to eat my biscuits. Oh, Panda's MPC 1000 will be here tomorrow. A Beringer. Oh, koalas on Beringer. Anyway, macaroon. Mancoon, yeah, that's what I was thinking of, Crossy. Actually, yeah, Mancoon. I nearly had one called Keith. Named after Keith and the Prodigy. I mean, that would be like a different channel. I mean, Jackson's pretty big, anyways. I think Jackson's like, I don't think he's a Persian. I think he's a ragdoll gone wrong. Aren't you, Jackson? Because Persians aren't that big. Your little face. Look at his little face. Oh, you got to see that one. Oh, that's a classic. But he's looking at Tom. He's like, oh, he's got love in his eyes for Tom. Oh, that's just made me melt. Oh, Tom's gone though. Right. Oh, it's on the go. It's gonna go. Anyway. Right, one last look at Jackson. Thanks, Jackson. Yeah, there you go. There we go, fans. Okay. What is the 19-inch rack unit at the top of the top shelf? That is my MPX 500. MPX 100 Lexicon effects unit, which is hardwired into the CS15. Just because it's a classy reverb. Well, it's got a couple of classy algorithms in it. Obviously, it's a cut price Lexicon, and that's a classy synth. And yeah, that's also a CS15, so it's obviously a cut price CS80. No, it's not. It doesn't sound anything like a CS80. Absolutely not at all. Right. Lamont. Are you guys going live? I've heard you were going live at 11. So I'm going to quickly jam out so you can get going. Right then. One half is Ragdoll, the biggest 9-kilo lump of fur you've ever seen. Oh. Yeah. I think so. I think they're big. They're just big. Excellent. Oh, I didn't do another well, you know, I'll get to the point where I will be able to do a hardware jam at some point. So I'm going to just put something going on. This on. And that one. Robbie 1 is, look at the size of it. Oh, hang on. Let's do that. You can see Robbie is definitely improved. Look at the new growth. That new growth is coming up quite well. He'd be pleased with that, I think. Anyway, thank you very much for joining in tonight and joining me on this crazy ambient half an hour of dark ambience. I don't know what that was, where it came from, but it kind of worked. And then a half an hour of chin waggery and quokka fun. So remember, be good to yourselves and each other, and I'll see you around. But yeah, question everything first. Right, yeah, I ate my cake. You know that. Right, let's do this. Let's just figure out what was I doing again? Like, where's the tempo? Okay. It's gone a bit reggae, dub style. Don't mind that. SOR Live pinned. See you there, all but briefly. Hey, baby.